Alright guys, welcome back to the second update on Major Hurricane Beryl, which is a Category 5 in the Eastern Caribbean Sea, more of the Central Caribbean now, as you can see on the satellite imagery, looking very impressive. It looked really good earlier, and the NHC bumped it up to winds of 165 miles per hour, which makes it the strongest storm ever recorded in the month of July, beating out Hurricane Emily in 2005. You can see it there, looking really good. Still currently got winds of 160 miles per hour, which is 140 knots. A minimum central pressure of 938 millibars. It's moving west-northwest at about 22 miles per hour. This, by the way, makes it the fastest moving Category 5 on record, and this is from the National Hurricane Center as of their latest advisory. Here's all of the different estimates. The National Hurricane Center at 160 miles per hour. ADT up there as well, 160 miles per hour. The AIDT at 155. DPrints at 150. SATCOM's at 165 miles per hour. MTCSWA's at 165 miles per hour. A deep learning models at 155. Our auto WCSC's at Category 5, and our last manual WCSC estimate we did about 4 hours ago was also at Category 5 intensity. We haven't done one since then though. Here is the National Hurricane Center's forecast cone. You can see expected to remain a major hurricane all the way until Jamaica, and possibly even making landfall there. It gets really close to a landfall on Jamaica, and if it would do that, I'd presume the winds would still be around Category 4, maybe high-end Category 3 as it approaches that island. You can see afterwards it's going to be the Yucatan Peninsula, and then potentially Mexico or Texas is going to get the next hit. You can see there, tropical storm warnings out for parts of the Dominican Republic, and hurricane watches out for places like Haiti. And near the Dominican Republic as well, just it looks like by the border there. The whole of Jamaica's under a hurricane warning, and you can also see different hurricane watches out for their respective areas as well. None for the Yucatan Peninsula yet, or none for Mexico yet, probably because it's so far out at this stage. But like I said, 160 miles per hour, reached 165 earlier, an incredible storm, and obviously the strongest July storm ever recorded on the record, beating out Hurricane Emily in 2005. Here's the H-Wolf wind swath. You can see getting very close to Jamaica there. You can barely even see Jamaica because it's all in green over tropical storm winds. But then you can see hits the Yucatan as a hurricane and moves into the Gulf and actually weakens slightly, but it's initializing it a bit low. Looks like about 130 miles an hour, Category 4. Oh no, actually it is initializing it as a Category 5. It's my bad. 165 it is. Or it looks like just as it's on its initialization. But it does weaken it substantially as it moves through Jamaica, hopefully to the south of the island. However, I wouldn't take it by that they'll still get eye wall core conditions. It's very possible that the storm may miss land, but they still might get eye wall core conditions, so that is something we're going to have to watch out for. You can see the Dominican Republic getting around tropical storm force, same with Haiti, but of course they also have those hurricane watches out, probably out for hurricane force gusts that could be possible from a Beryl. Here is the rainfall. You can see Jamaica under quite a bit of rainfall there. It looks like to me at this stage about 8 inches, maybe up to 16 as it moves into the Caribbean, the far western Caribbean, then into Mexico, and then into the Gulf. It's going to be quite a wet storm. It's actually moving very fast, but you can see the maximum is actually 29 inches, and I presume that is over somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where I'd be. Possibly over Jamaica, because it is a very mountainous country, but we'll have to see. You can see Cuba and Dominican Republic not getting a lot of rainfall there, just little drizzles and not much, I think, to worry about in terms of rainfall. Here's how the storm looked like at peak, and it looked honestly incredible. You can see very clearly on the Vorak if you use this as your image, and the data T. This is obviously a 7.0. There's no questions about it. You can see a WMGI surrounded by the color white there, which indicates AT 7.0, the data T at 7.0 anyway. But yeah, looked really good here, and I believe this was when it was at 165 miles per hour from the National Hurricane Center. I believe they based that off mainly of Doppler radar velocities at 500 meters. I believe that's what they based it off. And yeah, looks really impressive there. But this is how it looks like now. You can see the eye is clouding over slightly, and I wonder if that is due to wind shear that is impacting the storm system. I believe reconnaissance has been in there recently and still recording that this is a Category 5 with sustained winds of about 160. That's the National Hurricane Center's latest update. But even if it is slightly stronger or weaker, it's still a high-end Cat 4 to low-end Category 5. I mean, there's not much difference between those two. And it's barreling towards Jamaica. Hopefully, wind shear will get a grip of it and rip the storm apart as it approaches. And I really hope that everybody on the island's taking their necessary precautions, preparing their hurricane plan for this system as it approaches. It's going to be an early season bang, honestly. I mean, it's already been an early season bang. It's reached Category 5, the strongest Category 5 ever in the month of July. I mean, it's basically June as well, so it's the strongest storm ever in June, and it's the strongest storm ever in July. It's an incredible storm, obviously and a historic one, and something we never thought would be possible. A Category 5 from this, when the first forecast was Category 2. Honestly, incredible stuff that has been recorded by the reconnaissance planes that Beryl has done. But you can also see the stadium effect there as well. Looks really cool, really cool stadium effect. Not as symmetrical as it once was, and that's probably what's reducing the storm's intensity. The pressure has rose as well, so it is weakening slightly now. Here's true color imagery. You can see the Windward Islands. The storm passed through there and made a landfall on one of those islands. And you can see the island of Jamaica. The storm is quite far away from there, but it is going to get there in a hurry. It's moving at, like I said before, 23 miles per hour. It's moving really fast. Like I said, it's the fastest moving Category 5 on record. And it is moving at a pace. And it's going to be moving towards the island of Jamaica, then the Yucatan, and then potentially onto Mexico after. But you can see a bit of cloud cover actually near Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Maybe we'll see some rainfall from that. We'll have to see if that's even got rainfall in it though, tropical rainfall of sorts. But you can see that core not near any land right now, and hopefully we'll stay south of Jamaica and will not go over the island of Jamaica, but that still remains the question right now. Is it going to make landfall over Jamaica, or is it going to pass just barely south of the island? However, even if it passes barely south of the island, I'll still make sure you're prepared for eye wall core conditions. The eye could barely miss the island, but the eye wall could potentially come on shore, so you'll have to be prepared for that. Anyway, thank you for watching this update on Category 5 Major Hurricane Beryl. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next update. Peace out.